Hey everybody, Nathan Nile here, and I'm actually going to do a bunch of different movie reviews as of recording this. None of you have seen my little update vlog, but oh well, who cares? That's not important. What's important right now is that I'm here to review this, the Care Bears movie, made in 1984. And yes, I have the DVD. Why? I don't even remember. It's possible someone gave this to me. It's also possible that I just stole it, that like someone gave it to me to borrow and I never gave back, or that I was at someone's place and just picked it up and took it. You know, I have no idea how I actually got this. I've had this for so many years, I don't even remember how or why. But yeah, it's the Care Bears, which is pretty much known as a kid's movie. But then again, My Little Pony was made for 3-year-old girls, and now you've got the whole Brony Army thing going on. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna review the Care Bears movie. First, let me say it's a lot different than watching it as a kid. I mean, I remember that witch in the book, the little spirit thing. It used to freak me the fuck out, but it's not quite as scary anymore. Actually, it's somewhat sexual, but that's just my issue. I have a problem, okay? I'm an undersexed 20-something man, okay? Everything looks sexual to me. That can of bug spray looks like a great sex toy to me. And that's so. This is a story about 3 kids. 2 of them are brother and sister living in an orphanage, and the Care Bears are trying to get them to learn about caring. And then you've got a 3rd boy, Nicholas, lives at the circus. Before the Care Bears can get to him and let him know that he has friends, then an evil spirit he unlocks a book which unlocks an evil spirit, which tells him like, hey, you don't need friends. In fact, instead of trying to make friends with other people, you should make all these other people that have friends feel the same loneliness that you felt your whole life. And so she's using him. He casts her spells, and so with her magic, she's making the rest of the world stop caring, and that puts Care-a-Lot in trouble. If people stop caring completely, Care-a-Lot gets destroyed. And even though they never say this, I mean, I'm guessing if their home gets destroyed, then eventually the Care Bears will die. I'm guessing. I mean, I think that seems to be the thing, and so it's still pretty much as fun as it was as a kid, though not in the same way. I mean, it's a little weird that you have like Nicholas and Jason. No, not Nicholas. Who was the boy's name? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, Jason and Kim. I got the girl's name wrong. So yeah, you have Jason and Kim. They're the brother and sister, and very early on they meet the Care Bears, and they're like, "Go away, we don't want any friends." And then, you know, all it takes is one song to completely change their mind, and they're like, "We were wrong all along. Friends are awesome." But you know, that's just how movies were back in the day. Look at everything Disney. It took one song for Hercules to go from a scrawny little teenager to a muscle-bound man-hunk. You know, it took one song for General Shang to turn a scraggly bunch of fools into China's greatest army. It took one song for Scar to turn 3 mangy hyenas into the Third Reich. So one song can do a lot in movies. But you know what, honestly, I think most of these songs are still as much fun as I remembered as a kid. I still had half of these memorized, and they were still just as fun to listen to now as an adult. At least for me. I don't know about you, but I think part of that's just the whole nostalgia factor. Oh, it's great to be in that Care Bear family, in that Care Bear family. Yes, I'm proud to see that you're standing here with me in that Care Bear family. Force the feelings, Care-a-Lot and Earth aren't far apart. They're different in some ways not, 'cause home is in your heart. And so yeah, also this is where they introduced the Care Bear cousins, because a couple of Care Bears with Kim and Jason, the Rainbow Rescue Beam gets broken and they end up in the Forest of Feelings, where they meet all these other care animals. You've got, I think, Braveheart the lion, you've got, was it Loudheart or something? There's an elephant, there's a penguin, there's a raccoon, you've got Swiftheart the rabbit. And so yeah, there's all these other cute animals that you meet. and eventually they all make it to Earth to try to stop Jason and to try to stop the evil spirit and help not Jason, help Nicholas realize before it's too late that he does have friends. There are people who care about them. Even though technically they're not people, they're magical bears from a kingdom in the clouds. But hey, they still care about him. That's the important part. And so, yeah, and they get down there, and that chase sequence is still kind of fun too at the end. You know, turns out I didn't remember that song as much because it's a little weird, but I still liked it. And yeah, overall, it's one of those ones that on nostalgia alone, it's still worth looking at. Definitely meant more for kids. Like, it's hard to recommend this to a grown man, but it does actually still have some good messages, which I honestly didn't pick up on at all as a child. But how it's good to share your feelings. And I know, like, I was taught that, hey, big boys don't cry. But you know what? If you have feelings, you have to get them out. It's good to be happy and laugh with your friends. And when you're feeling blue, sometimes it's good to just cry and let it out. It's all about sharing your feelings and having a caring and open heart and the value of friendship and all of these other good things. So, yeah, it's still a good story. Even though it's meant more for kids, still at least somewhat slightly enjoyable for the adult crowds. And it's only like an hour long. It's really not that long a movie. So I think it was made in 1984, so that's like, what, 30 years ago now? And I still feel like it's just as good as it was then. Which, that's to say, maybe not the greatest ever, but still one of the best kids movies you could show somebody. It's pretty cut and dry, plain and simple. Like, it's not that complicated. They tell you at the very beginning what the moral of the story is. So the only reason you wouldn't really catch up on it is if you just don't, if you're just not paying attention. So it's not a complicated movie. It's one that you can just, like, turn your brain off and just enjoy it with the whole family. If you like good, clean, simple fun.